What's up, my Ninja Warriors? This is the Ninja Warrior 21 here, bringing you guys with Pokemon or ASOU First Blood Team Tour replays, where there's this, so basically there was this tournament called what was it? There was this tournament called whatchamacallit, for blood or First Blood, and the main thing about First Blood, this is my opponent, by the way. Yeah, Hasen627. Let's go. So basically, how this tournament works is that the first mon who dies the person who ever loses that mon automatically loses. That's the thing. So basically, if it's 6-5, you win. Like the second something dies, you literally win the entire game. And it's basically, I think the first couple of games are gonna be best of 3, and then it might even be like it might even end up. I think it might even end up being best of 5 later on. Just like how it is with like OST later on as well. So basically, I'm gonna be using this team that I believe I used in an OU live. It was a team that again, as I mentioned earlier, was used by Hailfall, and it's a pretty cool Mega Gardevoir team. And and looking at his team, Mega Gardevoir definitely puts in a lot of work because like Psyshock does a lot to this, Focus Blast does a decent amount to this, Hyper Voice, and this thing dies with Focus Blast outside of the sand. And I also have a pretty good answer to Sand plus Lando T, and I also have Healing Wish. But the thing is that Healing Wish is actually useless in like First Blood. So maybe I should just gotten rid of Jirachi. I probably could have given Jirachi Ice Punch over Iron Head or whatever. I probably should have just done that just for this game. That would have been a lot easier. So yeah, let's just get right into the match. So Predator, I lead off with Gardevoir. Okay, so switch sides. And now at this point, so the thing is that because looking at this team, I'm thinking that Tyranitar is a Stealth Rocker, meaning that he's probably running a lot of HP and defense on it, meaning that Hyper Voice most likely does not knock him out. Which is why I actually go for the Focus Blast here, because I'm like, okay, he might be Smooth Rock. Alternatively, he could be Chople Berry, but even if he is Chople, Stone Edge will not OHKO me barring a crit, and I should be fine in the situation I'm in. So I actually just go right for the Focus Blast, as he goes Skarmory, which is fine, but I figured this would do a decent amount. And I get the crit, that sucks. Now that was really unfortunate. Let's turn off the music. Yeah, that crit was really unfortunate, because if it weren't for that crit, I would not have been able to 2-KO'd him. And now my opponent is in a tough spot, where he has to keep on pivoting around, trying to avoid Gardevoir OHKOing something, which is going to be really tough for my opponent, definitely. And now I'm going to fire off another Focus Blast, as I believe he just goes Venusaur, and that Focus Blast is 25%, which might not seem like that much, but it's actually huge versus Venusaur. And what this means is it's actually a very offensive Venusaur with 0 HP and 0 SPDF at all. He actually has no bulk on that thing, because I actually calcs the damage, and this thing has like no bulk at all. So I actually calced it, and I know Psyshock will kill from this range. I mean, even if he doubles to T-Tar or whatever, I can just Focus Blast in the following turn. And I know that Psyshock will knock him out from the range he's at. So yeah, as he actually doubles to Excadrill, which is fine by me. Let's go for the Psyshock. I'm just gonna go Lando T, because again, like, I am physically offensive Lando T. And Lando T is usually a pretty good switch-in to Excadrill, definitely. As we do see his Life Orb, which is pretty good to know. As I go for the U-turn, expecting him to go on either Skarm or Lottie. He should have gone Skarm. I actually don't know why I went Latios, because like the U-turn / double into like anything that can beat Skarmory was kind of obvious. Like it's kind of obvious I was gonna U-turn there. Like there was no way I was gonna Earthquake when he has a this and this. So I'm actually not sure why. I mean, he actually told me in the chat that he was like, why did I do that? So I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, yeah, like Scarf, and now I can just go into my Scarf Jirachi and just fire off a U-turn so that I can keep up the momentum, trying to put myself in a position where Mega Gardevoir can get a kill no matter what. As he goes Keldeo, good play by him, not wanting to give anything a free switch that like, would be really threatening. So I just go Gardevoir. Now the thing here is I actually calced Specs Hydro. It actually has a chance to knock me out from its range, and I don't want him to like go for Hydro and risk the roll, even though it is my favorite. I don't want it to like him to get like a high roll and knock me out. Since Mega Gardevoir is super important for my team, I don't want to lose 6-5. So expecting to Specs Hydro Pump, I'm actually going to go to Volcanion since I do have Water Absorb, and I figured he was Specs at this point, as he actually doubles to Excadrill. I'm assuming he was predicting Latios or something. I don't know. I guess he thought I would go Latios and he could take a Draco. I don't know. I'm actually not sure why he did that. I actually don't know why he went Excadrill because I'm actually not sure why he went Excadrill. Looking back on it, I'm not sure if Excadrill was the correct play because looking back on it, if I went for Hyper Voice, he literally lost him on because Excadrill dies, TR is 2 killed, Scarm dies, this dies, and this dies. So basically, if I had actually Hyper Voice there, he literally lost there straight up. Like there was nothing he could have done. But I mean, it's fine. I can still win. So I just go right for. Oh no, I actually double and excuse me. I actually double a double on Orlando T, expecting the Earthquake, predicting the EQ, and here I just go into what the hell? Wait, what? What the hell? Wait, where was I? Is this where it was? Why is it glitching? What the hell? Whatever. Okay, so he goes Keldeo. As I go Orlando T. Now at this point, I just go into Gardevoir, or no, I go Volcanion. I go Volcanion because I expected him to either Scald, Hydro Pump, or Icy Wind, because all of those moves were good options versus whatchamacallit, Lando T. As he actually goes to the Secret Sword, which is a good play by my opponent, probably predicting that. However, I can just fire off or no, actually no, I double. Actually, I'm sorry, I actually double here. I should have Steam Eruption actually. Like, the thing is, I believe I actually doubled a Gardevoir, because, I mean, I know he's locked into Secret Sword, I know it's definitely Specs, and here, he has no Gardevoir switch-ins, so I actually go right for the Focus Blast, because if I hit this, it's over, because again, like, the reason this tournament is called First Blood is because it basically, like, whoever takes the first kill wins, so if I land this Focus Blast, and he stays in, the game is automatically mine. So I go for the Focus Blast, land the Focus Blast, take him out, and that is going to be game 1. So yeah, so now let's get on to game 2. Now he's actually using APR Sand. I'm using this Mega Dancing team I made. And yeah, I mean this team has done pretty well for me in the ladders. I've gone decently high with it. So I thought I might be able to do well. Although it turns out that this team isn't exactly meant for a 1v1 situation. So he leads Excadrill, I lead Diancie. Now the thing here is I don't want him to like SD predicting the Protect or like straight up Iron Head knock me out. So I actually go hard into Keldeo because I knew he wouldn't Earthquake because I would lose way too much momentum versus Orlando T. That would be so bad for him, losing momentum versus Orlando T. So I figured going Keldeo was fine because he's either going to SD or Iron Head. Those are the only two plays. Or I guess he could have doubled predicting like Keldeo, but he doesn't really need to because he has a Moongus. As he goes right for the SD. Now I could have Icy Winded here or doubled the Talon, but just in case he decided to stay in predicting that or something and decided to go for EQ on an insane play, I just got for the Scald. I also kind of want to burn the Moongus because I know I can definitely burn that. Unfortunately, I'm not burning those. That Scald does decent damage, meaning that Icy Wind probably 2 kills him. Although it might not actually after Black Sludge. As he doubles into Torn, good play by my opponent. Definitely a good play by my opponent, predicting like either Celebi or for me to just stay in or whatever. He probably predicted Celebi, which is good play by him. But like, I mean, that's fine. As I go into Talonflame because my Talonflame is for death, and I figured that I could take a Hurricane or whatever, and then as he actually ends up being Life Orb. As he actually ends up being Life Orb Torn, which is actually going to make a huge difference later on. That is definitely going to end up mattering. So here he goes T-Tar. He gets a free U-turn into the T-Tar, and I'm just gonna go Keldeo because I'm like, okay, I can take a Stone Edge or whatever. I can take any hit he goes for. And yeah, who's Skyping me? Oh, him. Okay, so I go for the Icy Wind because at this point I knew he wouldn't sack T-Tar. I knew he'd either go Moongus or Torn. Wait, record. Cause I'm busy. If you want Moongus, I had a chance to potentially 2KO him depending on his spread. And if you want Torn, I could also 2KO that thing, which is huge. So I'm able to get a nice amount of damage off of Torn, which is really nice. As I'm just gonna fire off another Icy Wind. He makes a nice play, goes on a Rotom, knowing that he can easily take an Icy Wind to get off Volt Switch momentum. As I'm just gonna go Celebi here. I don't want to risk Lando T on like an insane prediction or anything like that. I mean, he just goes with the Volt Switch though, which is fine. As what the hell? What happened? Did I seriously? What the hell? Wait, what? Oh my god. Okay, so he U-turns into no. What the hell? Okay, so I go into Diancie because I know that so he goes Excadrill, he clicks Iron, he goes Excadrill, he clicks Iron. Wait, am I too far ahead? Yeah, I'm too far ahead, am I? So he goes Excadrill. Now at this point, I'm not gonna stay in because I cannot knock him out. I am actually Earth Power over HP Fire. I mean, even if it was HP Fire, I wasn't gonna stay in and sack Diancie. So it's not like it would have mattered. Now I'm just gonna land T, because I know land T can take a hit or whatever pretty easily. As he goes Torn, as I go for the U-turn. If I stone it, it would look so good. And so I'm just gonna go with Diancie because I feel like Diancie is my best play. I can take anyone hit that he goes for. And I'm just gonna go with Diamond Storm, trying to get at least some damage off on the incoming Amoonguss. As here I actually get a crit, which is pretty huge. And here I just go into Jirachi because I highly doubted he was Spore here, because like the thing is that if I stay in, he just loses, and he probably wouldn't want to risk that. And then he'd just be in such a bad position, honestly. And he probably just didn't want to risk anything at this point. So I just go for the U-turn, predicting the Rotom Wash, and then I just go Celebi, the Tom Pass, predicting the Torn, and then here's where I kind of mess up. I go Talonflame, and he goes to the Hurricane, and he knocks me out. Now let me calc this real quick. Wait. Pokemon Showdown. Let me actually calc this real quick. So he actually ends up knocking me out. So let me calc this actually, because I actually did not calc this earlier. Okay, I mean it should live though, right? It should theoretically should live a hit from Torn. I think. I don't know. I mean I'm Spadef though. So yeah, Hurricane is a roll in his favor. I think. Yeah, Hurricane was a roll in his favor though. So like. Because I was at like what 50? I was at 50%, and I was at 50%. It does 49.3% min, and it does 58% max. So yeah, Life Orb Torn is a monster. Yeah, Life Orb Torn is actually a monster. Like Spadef Talon is not the switch-in. Like look at this. Spadef Talon is not the switch-in. Chansey is not the switch-in. Like Tornadus T is such a good Pokemon, especially with Generator. Like this thing, like Tornadus Therian is easily one of the best mons in OU by far. Like Torn is just so good. This thing is amazing. Oh my god. It's just flawless. You know? I mean actually it's not flawless because it has some weaknesses, but like, you know, so unfortunately I'm gonna lose round 2 and because of that the score is now 1-1. Meaning that it is going to be brought to a game 3 between me and Hassan 627. So yeah. So at this point, all I've seen from Hassan 627 was Sand. So I figured that if I brought a team that does pretty well versus Sand, which this team definitely does well versus Sand. I have Mega Alakazam with Trace and Focus Blast. I have Skarmory, which walls like everything on Sand. Usually just walls an entire Sand team most of the time. And that Future and Outspeed extra draw side of the hand, and then yeah. If you guys didn't know, this team is actually passed to me by Angel Pichu. So yeah. I mean it's not that bad of a team. It's decent. And it can definitely be effective versus certain playstyles. Although there's also stuff that the team is really weak to. For example, this team is actually really weak to Mega Manectric Volt Switch momentum, because if Mega Manectric can actually get momentum versus you're like there's nothing you can do to really stop your opponent from being able to U-turn on like your Alakazam, going to Skarm, Volt Switch with your Mega Manectric on your Skarm. Like there's nothing you can really do in those type of situations, so it can definitely be tough. I mean it's a pretty good team overall. My opponent actually brought a very popular Mega Gardevoir team. I actually know this team. It's pretty standard and stuff, and yeah. So let's get into it. So he leads a Garchomp. I lead off with Clayball. I'm just gonna fire off a Moonblast because I figured he would either just switch out or go for the rocks, which is exactly what he does. I'm able to get off a nice 63% in him. Now here, I knew he wouldn't sack Garchomp, and his only fairy resist is Clefable. I mean, his only fairy resist is Jirachi. So I'm just gonna predict the Jirachi because Jirachi's so easy. It's such an obvious switch. So I just go for the T-Wave. That's how you cripple Jirachi. So I'm able to cripple Jirachi, which is really nice. As I now go Heatran. Now this is actually a really funny moment in the battle. Because basically, as you have Solar Beam in this Heatran, what I expected him to do here is I expected him to either Iron Head or U-turn or whatever. And if he U-turned, that would have been fine. Because even if he went Keldeo, I have Spadef, Clefable, as well as Latios. So I wasn't really worried at this point. As he actually makes the biggest misplay of First Blood history ever. One of the most he makes one of the biggest mistakes you could potentially make in First Blood, which is clicking Healing Wish. Now, if you guys knew that, Healing Wish is probably the worst thing you could possibly do in a First Blood tournament battle. Because that means you automatically lose no matter what. Like, you automatically lose no matter what. Like, I don't know why you would ever Healing Wish. I mean, I was gonna Solar Beam is incoming Keldeo on the full para / Iron Head, and then on the Magma Storm anyways. And if you want Garchomp, that would have died. But I mean, it was still a good battle regardless, even though he kind of goofed at the end. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed these First Blood tournament matches, and if you want me to upload my future matches in First Blood, make sure to go ahead, smash that like button, and I will see you guys next time.